on in...
What's that you say?
Yeah, they come back.
Is that I'm walking.
All right. Repeat offender, Ray Galindo.
There you go. The river becomes a stormy sea that I cannot cross and you're not there. A hill becomes a rocky mountain that I cannot scale when you're not there. The sky becomes a galaxy that I cannot see without your eyes. Impossible remains impossible, attainable, unattainable. A dream becomes a nightmare when you're not there. The sky becomes a galaxy that I cannot see without your eyes. Impossible remains impossible, attainable, unattainable. A dream becomes a nightmare when you're not there. A dream becomes a nightmare when you're not there.
That was a cute one.
Thank you for the second chance.
It's okay, Jen. Wow, I like that. I like that. That was a good song, right? I like it. A dream becomes a nightmare when you're not there.
That's right.
Well, you're always so supportive of me, and I really always appreciate all your stuff in making dreams come true.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I love what you do. You're one of the most magical people I've ever met in my entire
Oh,
life.
you're so kind. And
Oh,
I
yeah, I
have
have
to
a
just...
present for you.
You always do. Oh, awesome. Oh,
gosh.
Little Rubik's.
Hey!
Yeah. That's,
Subway rewards cards. I don't eat there. I have to use the
Isn't it
cards, so I
funny
figured
that-
you could make
yeah,
use of it.
that's awesome. There you go. Yeah, thank you.
What is it about the harmonica? Something that it
So
just adds
sexy?
something special
It does.
to every kind of music that you play it with.
Yeah, harmonicas are great. You know, they always show up for rehearsals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. I only know
They don't
one
need
song
to
on
pay.
the harmonica.
You know, you always know the song.
Yeah. How long have you been playing harmonica?
Not that long, actually. I probably started doing this thing with the guitar and harmonica for 7 or 8 years.
That's pretty long.
You
That's
know,
pretty long.
considering, you know, I've been playing since I was 10, and that was a very long time ago.
Well,
And, you know, unsuccessful attempts to, you know, try to get bands together, you know, and the older you get, the more committed people are to other things that are time for bands.
is that what it is?
I think so, and at least in my case.
Yeah.
And so, you know, having a harmonica is good because it's always that second instrument that
Yeah.
I need, you know, so, and it's in my pocket.
Exactly.
Like,
Do you
never
play
late.
in different keys or just...
I do, actually, right now I have 5 keys.
Wow.
But, you know, I use the capo a lot.
You do.
So, you know,
I always
so
forget.
that enables me to always,
Yeah,
you know,
switch
be able to
the key.
Switch around.
Capos are fun.
I know, but I just
It's
get,
right here.
I get just so lazy with the capo. I don't know why, but I have a few, you know, but
Your
You know,
capos
somewhere
are
around the hand.
there are some, there's one song that I have to use one for.
Which one is that?
It's a cover. I do the Carole King version of Natural Woman.
Oh, yeah, I've heard you do that. You
Yeah.
did that at the bitter end.
I did do that at the bitter end.
That's right.
And that song I need to use a
I'm
capo.
a Rue historian. And
You're so,
archivist.
wow, that's pretty amazing. I did. I actually practiced it today.
You did, and you were wearing a great glittery outfit.
Was I?
Matches
I
that
think so.
glittery
Scary.
eyeshadow.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ziggy Boot.
Oh, somebody calls me Ziggy something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We call you Ziggy Boot.
Oh, really? Ziggy Boop? I never heard that before. That's
Oh,
great.
really?
Is that like something I didn't even know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like an
That's so
inside joke.
funny. Ziggy Boop.
Well, you know, when that happened, you had Christine Goodman from Art House on.
Yes,
One
I
night when you were
remember.
at Bunga
Yeah.
Den or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
Bunga's Den.
And you were wearing this amazing glittery outfit
Oh,
or something.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, you kind of like, you remind people of Betty Boop a little bit.
I've heard that before.
Right? And so that day, you know, you were like all glittered out, like
Yeah.
Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah.
And so I told Christine, I said, I'm going to introduce you to Ziggy Boop.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
I've never known that until this second.
Isn't that great? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be like a great character?
That is kind of, yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
I like it.
All right.
Ziggy Brew, aka
Ziggy played
Ziggy
guitar.
There's another one. So when is your next gig, Rick?
I've got a show coming up at thanks to
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Because,
Times Square.
Yeah, Times Square at the Hybrid Lounge on the 18th, Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. I've got
Cool.
a whole hour, and
Excellent.
that's the Show Goes On Productions. And
Yeah.
Melina, who's going to be on the show today, but you know, I've
She
got other
had-
commitments.
Yeah.
And so I'm really psyched about it. It's a nice venue,
It
and
is a nice venue.
it's going to be a good opportunity for me to play like old stuff, you know, and
Yeah.
new stuff, and play to a crowd of people I actually know. A lot of my coworkers will be
Oh,
coming.
that's
and
great.
Oh,
Because it's a
right.
good location for you.
right
Yeah.
down the street from my
Oh,
job.
that's
It's great.
great.
You know-
Oh, yay. I'm so glad that it worked out.
I actually applied
Yay.
for a job when I came back from Florida in 2012. You know, one time I played Dr. Mars at Mars 2012.
Yes, you
I
told
was a
me
mad
that.
scientist, entertainer.
I remember
panels.
Mars 2012. Do you?
Yeah.
I never got to go.
But you heard of
I
it?
did hear of
I
it, yes.
brought my daughter for her
So
birthday.
I came back, and the first place I went before I went to where I currently work, which was a job I had before I went to Florida, but I wanted to go and be Dr. Mars again because I had such a blast doing it.
Oh, and you went to
But they-
Times Square.
No, I went to Mars 2112, but they were closed. So yes, I did go to Times Square, and I
I
applied
love the
like
name
3 or 4
Times
times.
Square. It's like my
I was
favorite
like,
name.
You know, what do I have to do, man? Do I have to come here in a lab coat and
Yeah.
measuring tape and magnifying
Please.
glass
Yeah.
and hair? You know, they never bothered. So you
No.
know. So what I'm going to do on the 18th is I'm going to perform as Dr. No, I'm not.
Dr. Ray Galindo.
One of these days I'll do a mad scientist show.
I don't think you have to try too hard.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You are. That's a question for you. Are
Yeah.
your shows going to be like
You're like an
all
natural
originals,
mad
or are you
It's
scientist.
going to be all originals. I'm going to do 12 songs in 1 hour, and I can do that because I write very short songs.
12 songs in an
2 and
hour
a half.
is not that many.
It's not that many, but you get these people who write these epics and stuff, you know, like 5 minutes
That's
long.
the
and stuff.
album version.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've even heard people like you around here, you know, they're like 5 minute songs.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't. I
It's
have
just-
pretty short songs.
I have a
most of the
pretty
time.
short attention span even for my own stuff, so you
Yeah.
know, I bore myself. You know,
Uh-huh.
so I've got to
So-
say it quick in 2.5
So
minutes.
today is National Almond Chocolate Day.
Yeah. see,
And do you have a skeleton that you'd like to
I
share?
always have a skeleton, and I never want to share them, but I will share this.
Okay.
Okay. Here's something I just remembered recently. A friend of mine said she used to work at Alexander's.
Yeah.
In Jersey?
Alexander.
Now-
No,
now
there
this
was
was
a
in the
chain of
Bronx.
Alexanders all over the place.
This
They
was
were
in the
across
Bronx.
the street from Bloomingdale's, but
And I'm not sure if it was Pioneer or Alexander's. Did Pioneer sell toys?
that I don't know.
Electronics, I think.
Pioneer, I'm not sure.
What kind of
Okay.
toys are you talking
Well,
about?
anyway, you know, I was born in Bronx,
Me too.
and I'm also a Virgo.
Oh, yeah. They were my best friend right on.
And I was also a pyromaniac when I was a kid. No, anyway, I was.
Virgo
But
pyromaniac.
Your Virgo keeps you from actually lighting the building on fire. That's what it is.
So I was talking to a coworker, and she said, when you know, in the '60s, when I was a kid, you know, she used to work at Alexander's. And I thought, "God, Alexander's, that sounds familiar." I remember one time when I was about maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I used to hang around with these bad kids. You know, the Bronx was always full of bad kids. You know, and so I hung around with these bad kids, and we used to go into, I think it was either Pioneer or Alexander's. I don't remember, but we used to steal toys.
Of course.
You know, and it got to be such a thrill knowing that you could get away with walking out in this toy truck.
Well, they didn't have those metal detectors
Right? So it just became easier and easier.
until.
Until one day I invited my little sister to come along with me and said, "Hey, you know, we can go get some free
Corruption.
toys."
Yeah.
I know, right? She's 2 years younger than me, so if I was 7, she was probably 5 or
Yeah.
something like that, right? So we go in the store, and you know, looking toys and
Kleptomaniac.
stuff like that. Next thing you know, we're both up in the air, feet flailing,
Oh
you
boy.
know, sat in the
Busted.
office, you know, and yeah, busted. And I never heard about it from my mother, ever. I know that they must have called my mother. My sister and I were probably terrified. You know, they probably called my mother, told what happened, let us go, sent us home. But shortly before my grandmother died in 1985, and this is 20 years later, you know, my grandmother was telling me, I remember when you were busted for stealing toys. And it's like, and you know, it was like I didn't hear about it for like 20 years.
No one even yelled at you.
Yeah, nobody yelled at me. Nobody
Did you ever do
scolded
it again?
Me. No, because I never did it again.
There you
and
go.
I guess, you know, because, you know, my parents and everybody, they always knew I was pretty good at learning my lesson the first time.
Oh, well, that's
You know,
a lucky trait.
I don't like pain that much. I don't have a high pain tolerance, and so, you know, once something hurts once, I try
Well,
not
you're
to
lucky. You're lucky for that.
What's
So,
scary though? You did something that horrible, and your mom's just waiting on you to screw up again. She knows you did it. You know she knows.
Yeah, my mother, till the day she died, which was just a couple of years ago, never spoke of it.
well, push a button for Mom.
Push a button for Mom. Let me see. This is Mom's.
And what's your website?
Okay, you can find me on Reverb Nation. I have SoundCloud, I have Facebook, and I have associated pages, Galindo Sound, Ray Galindo and Friends. And that's
Come
pretty
out
much
to
it.
Times Square on
That's Times Square.
the
That's
18th.
Saturday the 18th. That's
Yeah.
on the corner of 8th Avenue and 42nd Street, right next to Wayne.
right there, right in the center of Times Square.
9:30 to 10:30. I have a good show planned.
Sounds
Guaranteed.
amazing.
Splendid time is guaranteed for all.
Yeah, it's true. All right, give it up, Ray Galindo. We got one more
Thank you
on
very
the
much.
July 8th Fire Day.
On sensitive ground, I feel